I wanted to show you guys how one of the ways that I use my drop, my Kestrel drop. Um, I've got an Arctic cooler here, and I'm aging some meat in here, some antelope meat. Shot an antelope last week. I usually age it about 5 days in the cooler. So what we have here is an extra iPhone, and it's running off Bluetooth to the drop. Now I just drained the water out of it through the hose, so I had the lid open, so it's reading a little warmer than it would be. But this can keep track of my temperature, and also send me email alarms if I should hit a certain point that I've preset. So I'm trying to see this through the camera and I'm having trouble. But if I get over to the log here, you can see I have a log, and that will show you, and you see that I have that blue line is one of my alarms. So that's a low one, and I think that was actually before I set the high one or whatever. The red's the high. So, and I can't remember, I think it's set at 39 or 40 degrees for the high, so it'll send me an email if it gets over that. So let's take a look inside. So what I've done is I've taken some Velcro and I've stuck it at the highest point in the cooler, which should be the warmest point. So as you can see, we got ice in here. Underneath, I've got blocks of ice in milk jugs. So those last a long time, and then I put cube ice on top. And as you can see, I actually, whoops, there goes one of the alarms. So I'm going to get an email. That little ding was one of the alarms that it got warm over the 40-degree mark. So as you can see, I've done this on the battery cover. I ordered an extra battery cover, and now when I don't want the Velcro on there, but this keeps it up out of the ice, so I get an accurate reading. So what I try to do is, when I pack this with ice, I'm going to put some more in now, I leave a little pocket right here where the unit's going to be. But this does a really great job. It measures humidity, it measures a bunch of different things. But you can see here, the screen goes to this, and it sent me an email. And these are all a whole bunch of things that it measures. I'll get into this more detail in another more detailed review of the drop. But I just wanted to show you this real handy way of using these to keep track of your meat while it's in the cooler. Because if you're anything like me, so you can see with the hatch open, it's reading 42.9 at this point. It's going up steadily. So I'm going to put some ice in here, and it'll be hitting the low point again. It'll send me another email, and I'll be in between. I can also go back on the log and look at the log to see what has gone on with the temperature too. So it's really a great way to, especially like if you're on a trip, you're out hunting and you pack a cooler and you got it in the back of your vehicle, you can keep track of what's going on with it. You don't have to worry, and you don't need to use the spare phone. You can use the phone that you have. So the email function, everything will work. So time to pack this with some more ice.